later.
John, what are your thoughts about mobile development?
All my questions revolve around air, the real estate space, and the specs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So she pretty much answered pretty much most of my questions.
Mm-hmm. Have you built mobile applications before?
A few for fun.
That's fantastic. Have you had a chance to check while Dee was talking about the specifications for the Android user interaction?
That's one thing I didn't know there was an actual resource on there.
There you go. So you see, we're all learning here, which is obviously really great.
I actually learned a lot about designing for mobile in general.
Shoot out again to our users. We're following our Twitter #FlashTent, trying to see if anyone else has any questions. We really have a few really nice gifts that we would love to give away. We'd be ashamed to have a box of gifts and never use them. We're going to now let Alan join into our conversation, and we're going to start one of our open sessions. So if you just mind just 2 seconds, and we're going to get up and running.
Did you just say that to the group?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dee. That was a really amazing session. Yeah, we're alive. We're all live right now.
Am I live?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
All the stuff you were talking about, you're alive now, John.
Yeah. I didn't know I was live. I'm embarrassed now.
Oh no, you had some really good information.
All right, I have to bow out. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dee. All right, so basically what we're going to do in the next hour, obviously you've heard what happened, that Dave had some technical issues, so he couldn't join us onto this session. And we really have a lot of options, but we really want you guys to lead the conversation where we're going to start talking. We're going to get Alan on. And really, the questions are really you. We want to hear what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. How are you dealing with mobile development? How much of you actually are doing mobile development right now and actually have some stories to tell us? Or even if you don't have stories, anyone actually has experience with building mobile applications in our viewers?
Yes, that's a very good question.
I would love to. I want to hear about Air application. Air. We're gonna have a session about Air. What's our next session? Yeah, that was actually our next session, which is a really good point.
Wasn't that a day for iOS?
But we have another session about Air, which is going to be at 2 p.m. with Chris Griffith. But it seems like that gaming for iOS, David Gomez, has technical problemitos. Augmented. Oh yeah, that is actually really cool. Augmented reality. Personally, and I've worked at a lot of companies where they got so excited and used it, but I really don't like it. Not that I don't like how it looks like. I don't like how it's heavy on the user system. And what I mean by that is that it's rare to actually see an augmented reality in a live website that actually works well, even with the newer computers. And obviously today, when everyone only cares about mobile, when everyone has their mobile devices, if our students that just got a Kindle Fire, whoever just registered lately, or just you have a Kindle Fire in general, or an iPhone, or I have here in front of me 3 phones, a Samsung and an iPhone, and we all are really mobile centric. And especially as you're building applications, augmented reality, as cool as it is, limits your users really just to the desktop. And you would only really use it, in my personal perspective, if you really had basically if you had a product, right? If you had a product and it's more
application.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I haven't seen any. To me, it's more for experiments and fun.
Yeah, I've seen them in real applications, but they always looked bad. Yeah, I know that. I don't want to say names of applications because some of these applications I was involved with them in some level or another. There's a lot of really large advertising companies that as soon as they heard the word augmented reality, everyone wanted to do augmented reality.
Right. Yeah. The post office app is the only one I saw that was done good and seemed useful.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could estimate what size box you needed by how much stuff you had or something like that.
Right.
I don't know if it's still on there, but it was.
I could say from my personal experience, when I go on a website that asks me to turn on my camera, and even though I'm a programmer and even though I'm all about Flash and I'm all about interaction, I don't really want to turn on my camera unless I know that I'm going into a specific reason. And a lot of times when augmented reality, that or the idea that I have to come with a printed piece of paper to be able to see the website, I'm never gonna go get that printed piece of paper. Maybe obviously there are users that would do it, but it's such a novelty that after you do it once or twice, you really don't want to do it again.
Yeah. June of 2010, the Hawaii Flash User Group had a meeting on it. My friend Sam gave a wonderful talk on AR.